Good day, everybody. Welcome to today's video. Today's video is part 2 of rewiring your factory Jeep harness for the LS swap. We got the last leg of it here, and there's two connections right here. One of them is the input, one is the other output speed sensor. Those won't be staying in. Really need to get down to figure out the neutral safety bypass. So now, this is my transmission range sensors connector right here. And there's one wire right here. This is your transmission park neutral switch sense. And this goes up to the computer plug. And I think this is the one that needs to get grounded in order to complete the circuit. So I can use the factory starting wires. This one here is also a sense wire, T41 sense wire, but it just feeds back into this right here, which would be useless. So I need to start putting the battery back in and everything else and see where to go. Two of those plugs are plugged in. There's one more right there. And I just got it hanging off the light because I don't actually need it, because it goes right to the transmission computer plug right there. And then this red wire that's attached to it goes down, and this is part of your transmission plug as well. So that whole circuit's going to be deleted. So in theory, if I go to start this and ground that out, power's on. It says 12 volts there. Oh yeah, grounded, I get 12 volts over there. Yeah, that's exactly what happens. That's an easy bypass right there. Back, this is the speed sensor. Where does this one go? Goes all the way back. Right into the transmission harness. That's exactly where it goes. Just gotta snip it because I don't need it. Pull it out. There's a lot of good wire here. Always good to save it. Alright, that one's out. Trust me, you're making a mess, but it will get better. This is the other input speed sensor that I no longer need. So I'm just gonna cut this one off with a length of wire, just for the fact that later on in the future, if I want to add circuits to there, I can. Same with this plug here. I'm just following this green wire where it seems to go. And it goes back to the transmission harness. Uncut it. And I'm just going to cut these because I don't need any of them. So now this big harness here is almost ready to come out. Just start following these around. Where are these going? I'm just gonna snip them off right down there for right now. I'm just tackling these wires up to there. I won't need them anymore. Same with this plug here. I've already cut the wires off. I need it. I can just pull them out. Now in theory, I should have all the wires for this thing cut now. And the big transmission harness is finally freed. So now, just pulling the stray wires from the harness. There's quite a few of them. So that one there was already deleted. That's ground. This is my backup 12 volts. Now the wire I need to follow is this green and white one. This green and white one goes up to this block here, but this is the fuel pump power. This is going to give the fuel pump power. This is an important line I need to mark out. Let's just throw some of this liquid electrical tape on these ones. Stuff actually works pretty slick. So this wire right here, the neutral safety ground, these are body grounds right here. Going to connect those together and that'll complete that circuit. 350 degrees. Works just fabulous. Let's get that shrink wrap over top. Take this big ugly splice out of this green wire here. Now the last one is this mess right here. So I talked about before, you got to make sure your grounds are connected, because this one here that I just cut is actually tied into the water temperature circuit. So if I didn't have that ground, I wouldn't have my water temperature sensor working properly. I go to the process of hooking everything back up, testing it, running things to where they need to be, and then wire loom it. So I'm going to point this out. I'm gonna need to, if you're doing reworking your harness, this is pin number 2 out of the black collar. It is a 12-volt power switched on, and you need to make sure that that's gone to a power source, because I went through the whole harness and everything checked out, except this was connected to another circuit. So you need to switch it on to a switched on, and then your harness should work.